Hey everybody, what's up? Snowy back with another video, and today we're going to be making a speculative tier list for Rainbow Six Extraction. This is Ubisoft's latest game coming out, and I just want to take a guess at what I believe will be the best operators when the game comes out on the 20th, based on gameplay we've seen so far from YouTube and other content creators. So let's get right into it. First up is Tachanka, and his weapon is the SAS-12 shotgun. I think it'll be a pretty good weapon, super bursty, and his ability is that he deploys a mounted LMG for anyone to use. I know once you fully upgrade this ability, you'll be able to place 2 mounted LMGs, so you and your friend will be able to use one, which could be super nice. But I just don't see this being one of the best abilities in the game, just due to the whole importance of the stealth aspect. So for me, I think Tachanka is personally a C tier operator, and I think that's where we will see him on day 1 for sure. Next up is Fuze, and I'll just be highlighting their gun that Ubisoft is highlighting. Most of them have 3 weapons, but I'll just be talking about the one that Ubisoft wants us to look at. So he has the 6P41 light machine gun. I think it's going to be a super good weapon. 200 rounds, I believe, in a mag. It's going to be great for clearing out tons of Archeans. So, and his ability is basically the same from Siege. He deploys detonatable charges, releasing cluster grenades on the other side of the wall. So I think this is personally going to be a pretty bad ability. I don't think it will be as bad as Tachanka perhaps, but once again, I just don't think it embraces the stealth aspect of the game, so I would put him definitely bottom of B. Next up is Capitao. He has the Para 308 assault rifle, and his ability is that he silently shoots bolts which detonate on impact. He can alternate between smoke and venom bolts. We're not exactly sure what venom bolts do yet, so I can't really judge him based on that, but the smoke bolts might be nice for stealth gameplay, so I will definitely be placing him a little bit higher than, Fuze and Tachanka. Next up is Rook. He has the P90 submachine gun, 50 round mag. I think it'll be a super good weapon in the game. And his ability is that he drops a pack of armor plates for the team, same as Siege, granting damage resistance, and anyone wearing the armor will fall down instead of KO, which is honestly super good and invaluable in in-game content, I would assume. I would put him in A tier for sure. I don't think he's the best of the best, but I think he's up there. Next up is Jaeger. He has the M870 shotgun, and he also has an ability that allows him to deploy automated turrets. Same turrets as Siege, but in this game they're actually going to attack enemies and intercept projectiles. I think he will be super good for setting up defensive positions in some of the game modes. So I think Jaeger is going to be a A-tier agent for sure. Or operator, sorry, excuse me. Next up is IQ. She has the AUG A2 assault rifle, pretty good gun. And her ability is that she detects react equipment through obstacles. In my opinion, IQ is definitely just a worse version of Pulse, and I think in my opinion, she's going to be the worst operator in the game. I mean, things could change. It's obviously just speculative, but yeah, I don't think she's going to be very good at all. So next up is Gridlock. She has the F90 assault rifle, super good gun. I really enjoy it in Siege. And her ability is that she throws and deploys ground traps. They slow and damage enemies, not only slow like in Siege. I think this is going to be amazing, and I think she'll definitely be a A-tier agent based on those things. I've seen how much damage the spike traps do as well, and it seems super substantial, so I think she'll be amazing. Next up is Nomad. Nomad has the AK-74M assault rifle, super good gun, and same as Siege, she shoots proximity mines, which knock back enemies caught in the blast. I know once you upgrade this ability, these mines that she shoots will also be able to one-shot the lower tier enemies, so I think she could be a super good agent, but I still think she is probably somewhere around higher B tier. Definitely higher than Capitao and Fuze, but definitely not better than these three. So next up is Smoke. He got a much needed weapon change from Siege. He now has the L85A2 assault rifle, which is going to be way better than his F90 SMG from Siege, and his ability is that he throws smoke grenades, well, gas grenades, and they deal damage to enemies in the area. We don't know the damage values on Smoke yet, but I definitely think he'll probably just be a worse version of Gridlock, so I think Smoke will be a mid B tier agent or operator, so that's where I'm placing him. Next up is Ella. She has the Scorpion Evo 3 SMG. Awesome gun, 50 rounds, super bursty. And her ability is that she throws sticky proximity mines that stun enemies caught in the blast. Another thing to note is that they recharge over time, which is super awesome because you won't have to pick up React tech packs to get your ability back. I think she's going to be super good. I don't know if she'll be better than like Gridlock for defensive game modes, but maybe for a more offensive playstyle, she could be super fun. I think she's bottom of A tier for sure, not better than these three, but still a super good operator. Next up is Sledge. He has the M590A1 shotgun, and his ability is his iconic hammer from Siege. It can stun parasites and destroy walls. I think this isn't going to be the best ability. I don't think it really embraces the stealth aspect of the game very much. The one nice thing is you never run out of charges though, and it could be decent for making rotation holes, so I think he will be kind of mid to lower B tier at best. Next up is Alibi. So now this one is an interesting one for sure. She has the MX4 Storm SMG, pretty good gun all around, but her ability is that she can deploy drones that lure enemies and distract them, and once the enemies attack the decoys, they become scanned. So the ability is basically the same as the one from Siege, and I think this is just going to be honestly invaluable in Maelstrom Protocol. She throws out 3 copies of herself, and when the enemies hit it, they also, give you wall hacks. So to see exactly where all the enemies are, I think it's going to be fantastic for every single situation in the game. So she, in my opinion, is actually the best operator in the game so far that we've seen. S tier for sure. Next up is Lion. He has the V308 assault rifle, really good gun, and his ability is the same as from Siege. He detects all moving enemies in an area, and it requires recharge after each use. So basically you get a couple seconds of wall hacks. I don't think this is very valuable personally in a PvE game, and I think same situation as with IQ. I think Pulse is just going to do what both of these guys do better. So I think he's probably bottom C tier, to be honest. Next up is Vigil. He has the K1A1 SMG, pretty good gun, and his ability is that he disrupts enemies, making him undetectable for a medium duration. I know that once you upgrade this ability, he also makes his allies undetectable as well, and they disrupt enemies. So I think this really meshes well with the team style gameplay that I think is going to be necessary in Maelstrom Protocol. And for me, based on what we've seen, Vigil is definitely an S tier agent. Next up is Hibana. Her weapon is the Type 89 assault rifle. Pretty good gun. It has a lot of recoil, so it's honestly not the best weapon in the game. And her ability is the same from Siege. She shoots detonatable sticky explosives, and they can break through walls. I think she's probably one of the worst operators in the game we've seen so far. Her weapon only has 20 rounds in the magazine, and this is super loud. Her ability is super loud, so I just think she's going to be really bad. I would place her bottom of C tier. Next up is Finka. She has the Spear 308 assault rifle. Really good gun, super powerful. And her ability is that she temporarily boosts the team's health and revives any downed teammates. I think this is definitely just a better version of Doc, and it really embraces that team gameplay aspect. So for me, I think Finka is definitely bottom of S tier. You know, maybe her and Rook are interchangeable, but basically these I think are the operators you're going to want to be going for day one and on your Maelstrom Protocol run. So next up is Pulse. He has the M1014 shotgun. Super high damage potential, really bursty. And his ability is that he can detect VIPs, MIAs, and nests through obstacles. Once again, as I noted, I think this is like the best wall hack in the game per se. Definitely better than IQ and Lion, and I think he's going to be a very good agent, so I would place him probably bottom of A, maybe even higher than Ella, perhaps. And last but certainly not least is Doc, one of the fan favorites from Siege, right? He has the SG CQB shotgun, pretty good weapon, and he fires a health pistol that can heal or revive his teammates when down. Basically just a nice little 20 health boost, and I think it's, you know, he's never going to be a bad choice. He's going to be your run-of-the-mill kind of always a good choice in this game, so I would put him probably, you know, bottom of A. Altogether, I think this is where I stand on where the operators are going to fall day one. Anything in the S and H A tier, I definitely think you guys should check out. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps smaller channels like this one. And I hope you all have a great day. Snowy out.